Hey, Lewis here about that RV life. Today's video, I'm going to talk about 8 add-ons that you can add on for your RV rental business. These are outside of your normal nightly rates, but these are great additional add-ons to help increase profitability. So stick around. Hey, and if this is your first time checking us out, About That RV Life is, we've got an RV rental business. So the majority of our content is primarily focused on just RV rentals and some tips and tricks there. But occasionally we put out some videos on, our lives, our RV travels. We do some RV reviews on some of the campers and fifth wheels and certain things that we're looking at. And then we also put some tips and tricks on things that we've actually learned. So if that's you and you're looking for that, please feel free to subscribe, like this video, and continue to follow our journey. All right, the first one I want to talk about is dump fees. A lot of times when we are delivering to certain campsites, most of them have full hookups, so we don't have to necessarily charge them. But we do get a lot of boondocking situations. We get a lot that go to the gorge, which is an amphitheater, which is festival or concert. And a lot of times these guys don't know how to dump, or they just don't want to deal with it. So we only charge about 25 bucks. I've heard people charge up to 50 bucks, 60 bucks, 80 bucks, 75 bucks, whatever it is that you want to charge. But I think it's a great addition. A lot of times when we first started, we would just kind of do it for them. It was kind of an all-inclusive package, right? We would dump for you. And then we just learned that it's much more of an inconvenience for us, and it actually costs us a little bit of money. We got to travel a little bit, and I'd say it's about an extra 10 to 20 miles, because 10 miles there, 20 miles back, 10 miles back. And it just ended up costing us extra money and extra time. And it was really inconvenient, especially when you're moving into having, 10 plus units. So that's one fee that you could definitely utilize to make some extra income and then pay for your time. So this next one here, I want to talk to you about linens. We get a lot of people asking about, do you guys provide linens, pillows, blankets, stuff like that? This is a great way to, you can include this in a prep fee. You can just call it straight linens and pillows. Whatever it is, but anywhere you can charge anywhere from 25, 30, 40, 50 bucks, depending on how much time you spend on doing some laundry and certain things like that. But this is a great addition that you can use as an add-on. So with the linens, I wanted to on our personal website, we have a thing called a prep fee. We don't use this prep fee on Outdoorsy or RV Share, but specifically on our website, we have a prep fee because it's kind of an all-inclusive fee. We go anywhere from 40 to 60 bucks depending on the camper and the ease of getting it all cleaned out. Bunk houses, you're literally changing probably 3 beds, and then leaving extra linens and towels and certain things like that for your renters. So there's a prep fee, and in that we also include that we provide silverware, pots, pans, all those things. And I've done a video on this, on all the things that we provide. You guys can check it out here. But that's typically what we provide, and we call it a prep fee. And it's another way that you guys can earn some additional income, because more often than not, we get a lot of people asking questions. Hey, what do you supply? What do I need to bring? And if it's something that's extra or something that people aren't used to seeing. And I've looked at some other profiles, they don't provide this stuff. They don't provide linens, or maybe they don't make the bed, certain things like that. But we do, and we're learning that you can charge for it, so some extra income there. So if you're like us, we love pets. We have 3 dogs and a cat, and a lot of times, here's my boy Charlie here. He's kind of shy right now, but a lot of times what we find is that they can be messy, right? In our house, they leave fur all over the place. They do all sorts of stuff, and different pets leave different messes, certain things like that. And we learned this a long time ago, kind of in the beginning. We didn't really charge a pet fee, and we had our first rental. I think it was like our 3rd or 4th rental that brought their dog with him, and literally it felt like he brushed his dog inside of our camper, and it was just filthy. So we charge a pet fee. And then if you want to do some research on boarding areas, or I don't know, pet boarding, I don't know what you call them, but pet boarding places, they're going to charge you anywhere from like 100 bucks to 150 bucks. We only charge 50 to 60 bucks. So that's an additional way to earn some income, and for us, we like bringing our pet, and I know renters do too, but it's just a way that, it takes a little bit of extra time sometimes, and sometimes even shampooing, your rigs and stuff like that. So we charge for it. So additional ways to earn some extra income. Pet fee is a good one. So next add-on I want to talk to you about today is generator fees. You know, these are things that are necessary when you're boondocking or you're out there dry camping. Generator fees can range from all over the place. You might have a good fuel economy generator, like a Honda generator. We have 2 of those that we use. And then you can have a big, kind of a big rig generator that's like a 50 amp generator, which I'll show you here. This is our Furman dual fuel. You can use propane and fuel. It switches back and forth, and this will run a 50 amp unit. Those will run 2 air conditioners in that 50 amp unit, and then you've got different kinds. We use a Champion 4500 for most of our 30 amp. We've got a little one there, and then there's another one there. I think we have a total of 9. And it all depends. You can charge anywhere from 15 bucks up to, I charge $45 a day with the fuel costs that have been rising and everything else like that. So there's another add-on, and we do make a little bit of money from this because there is some wear and tear that goes into these generators when you're utilizing them. A lot of times they're using them anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day, especially at a concert venue when they, you know, when it's 100+ degrees out there. So so yeah, definitely great add-on and a way to generate some extra income. So next I want to talk to you guys about a table fee. So I've had a handful of customers ask me, hey, do you guys provide a table? And we do have a couple of tables, those lifetime, you know, foldable tables and stuff like that. And I'll show you one here. But we charge an extra 25 bucks. You know, I have it as an add-on in all of my profiles. So if somebody actually wants a table that they want to have us pack for them, I'll add it for them, and it's an extra 25 bucks, you know. So that's an additional way to earn some extra income there. And these tables are great. You know, we use them, actually we take them with us when we go camping and stuff, because we like to get our flat top, you know, griddle on there and stuff like that for breakfast. And it just, you know, it's easy to lay out. A lot of times some of these RVs don't have as much counter space as you like, so this is additional counter space, but they're great to have. So another add-on there that you can earn some extra income. So next one I want to talk about is this JACKERY solar generator. So this thing comes with a solar panel so that it can recharge when you're out in the elements or in your RV. But the reason why I like to provide this JACKERY, and we've got a JACKERY 1000, is because you know, there's customers I've got that have CPAP machines, certain things. They like to use a lot of devices, or maybe they're working. And a lot of times if you're boondocking, that generator will keep up with your AC, but if you've got a lot of things plugged in, you're gonna blow the breakers. So I like to provide something like this for our renters, just in case they wanna you know, use their computers and their laptops and all those certain things that they wanna use. But this is a great add-on. This one here we have at 35 bucks, and it's a one-time fee. We provide it and we put it in the RV for them. These renters can definitely use it, you know, as often as they like, and they can recharge it. So it's a good add-on. So lastly, I want to talk about the #1 fee that we actually make decent income on, is the delivery fee. And we kind of went back and forth in the beginning when we first started our RV rental business. Is, you know, we were just like, you know, we don't need to, you know, make any money off the delivery fee. We just need to provide, you know, a service and make sure that it's covering our cost, right? And that's okay for you guys to do. But we started to learn, like, you know, the Gorge, for example. It's an amphitheater. It's a very big venue. Lots of big concerts. Dave Matthews is there. All sorts of different types of people, you know, perform there. But we've learned it can be a bear to deliver, even though it's only 25 minutes away from us, which is not very far. And I would typically only charge about 100 bucks. A lot of times you get there at these venues and you're waiting in line for sometimes 3 hours. And then you have to deal with all the traffic and everybody that's there. And then you put in a lot of time and effort in just delivering, you know, a camper and getting it set up. So we do a flat fee of 300 bucks. And yes, there's our times where it takes literally 10-15 minutes and we make some decent income. But there's a lot of times we try to avoid it, but there's a lot of times we actually spend quite a bit of time that we really don't want to spend there. But we just try to cover the costs there. You know, you can make some money, you know, delivering, you know, long distance. You know, our radius is kind of within about 100 miles, but we're willing to go anywhere unless it's gonna, you know, make sense for us, right? And then you got to remember, you know, especially we've got 2 diesel trucks now that we run. These things, like the gas and oil changes, are not cheap, right? and so you got to cover those costs also, and you got to think kind of long term with it. But we've turned it into something where it makes, you know, a decent amount of income. It's a good addition for us. And when you're doing co-assignments, another point here is we're doing co-assignments, we don't share any of those profits with our renters. So when we're doing our 60-40 split, or whatever split that you guys are doing with your guys' owners, a lot of times we make that extra income by the delivery fee, and that's something that we include there. So just some tips here on things that you guys can utilize and add for add-ons that actually help you guys make some extra income in your RV rental business. Alrighty, thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you guys found some value in this. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe, give this video a like and a thumbs up, and as always, happy camping.